Hey there, it's Crypto here, and I hope everybody's is well. And you know, it's just been since that ETF, it's just been downwards and downwards and downwards. But is it opportunity? When we see these red days, are they opportunities? Because I do believe we're in the bull market, and to be honest with you, I'm not scared. I've been in a few bear markets, and you know, to be honest with you, I am not scared at all. I'm just sitting back. I've got my bags. I'm accumulating. I always keep a little bit of cash to one side, ready to buy the dips. Not every little dip, but certain dips. And I'm ready to deploy when needs be. And I've still got a bit of cash to one side where I will keep on DCAing into, because you've got to look at the bigger picture. You hear all the FUD that's going around X, or some people still call it Twitter, or on YouTube channels, you know, spreading that FUD and scaring, especially if you're new to this. You've got to, well, if you're new to this, welcome. You've just been baptized in the crypto space for, you know, panicking, selling, you know, or whatever. Like, you've seen what it's like buying at the top, and it's always those red days where you see your money going down. And, you know, we've all been through that. It's baptism, and you know, and we're going to get these red, believe it or not, when we get this bull run fully kicking off, we're going to have red days where Bitcoin retraces 10, 15, 20%, alts retrace back down, you know, 50% or more. Like, you know, it's just the way it is. This is crypto. Crypto is highly volatile, it's highly risky, and so that's why we say in every video, be careful, don't have a plan, don't put more money in willing to lose. But also, I've been asked a number of times, you know, how do you become a millionaire in crypto? Like, you know, because you always see a lot of these bigger influencers driving around in their Lamborghinis, or they're going to say, I've just gone and sold like 5 or 6 of my Bitcoin to buy this sports car, or I've got this yacht, or whatever, like, you know. And to become a millionaire is not any easy task. Some people make out like it's really easy, and it isn't. There's lots of risk involved, and a lot of these people I know who are millionaires, they've taken risks. They've taken gambles and risks to get to where they are. And, you know, and everybody wants to be a millionaire. Everybody wants that financial freedom where they don't have to worry about the mortgages or anything like that. They can go and buy their flash cars or go on their flash holidays. You know, we all want to be there. But I'll get into that in a little minute. But, you know, we can see at the moment, Bitcoin is sitting around that 40, so we're finding a bit of a stronghold here. You know, we are getting, like I said, we're getting a bit of FUD off certain individuals, you know, because like Al Capo, crypto has come back, said currently testing major support on the 5th wave of C, missing, and the main resistance has been reached yet. Also, most altcoins likely they want a last high. That's why I've added some extra exposure towards 30%. Last leg up, then full reversal to new lows. Look, at the end of the day, I don't listen to people like himself. All due respect to him, you know, he does what he wants to do. But, you know, when we were down at 15 and he would say we're going down further and further and further, you know, if I had listened to him, I wouldn't be in the profit that I'm in now. I wouldn't be where I am now if I was listening to people like him. That's why I always say, you do your own research. Chuck out the FUD, ignore the FUD. Because if you want to be a millionaire, you know, you've got to ignore the FUD. Do your own research. That's one of the first things I'd say to become a millionaire, you know. And, you know, at the moment we're seeing, like, if I remove this, we can see on fear and greed at the moment, we're just neutral. I think we've got a little bit more downside to go. I really do. I think we could be going down to, you know, anywhere between the $38,000 to $36,000 mark. I really do. I want to see that come down to fear. Then that's, to me, is where we're getting close to that bottoming out at the moment. So, but obviously we've got Grayscale have been selling, but it's getting a lot slower. And I said in the last video, it's getting a lot slower. But we can see here on the positive, Bitcoin, the rainbow, we're sort of in that green where it says here, accumulate. We're getting closer and closer to buy. And then, you know, if you ever come down to the blue, it's basically a fire sale. We can see that here. That was back in, you know, when like 2020 when we had that COVID. And then here, when we were in November of 2022, it was a fire sale all the way along. And it's just been basically, as we come down on the bear market, we've just been in that accumulating range, and we still are in that accumulation because we've seen some alts pop off, and do their 100% gains, 200%, 300% gains, and some of them do, some of the meme coins have been doing like 5, 10, 20x, like, but overall, we haven't seen the whole alt market pop off and start blasting off. It's either going to be happening soon, or we're just holding off maybe till after the halving, because maybe this ETF is, we've popped up because of that ETF, but now I think prior to the halving, I think everything's falling back into place into the whole cycle at the moment. I think what's going to happen is I'm accumulating now. After the halving, I think that's when we're going to start to see some big moves happening across the market. Because at the end of the day, we're seeing all the traditional markets all going to all-time highs, and crypto hasn't yet. It's sort of like we're lagging behind, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen for much more longer. I really do. I think we're going to go, and it's going to surprise a lot of people. Because do not forget, when everybody's starting to get scared and they think we're going down to 10k again, 15k again, to me, the crypto has a tendency to surprise everybody. Yes, if we think we're going down further, and then it all changes, and then we're rocking it next minute, we're all to all-time highs. So yeah, just be prepared and have a plan. That's all I say, really. And we can see here, like I said, Bitcoin is just basically, we're just chopping around at the 39, 38, 39, $40,000 mark. So we're doing all right at the moment. But what I keep getting asked a lot is, how do you become millionaires? Well, it's basically, there's basically a 5-point criteria that I have to become a millionaire. You want to become a millionaire, you've got to have risk, and that's it. You've got to have risk, and you've got to have capital. And people who become millionaires don't all put all their money into things. They diversify. They don't put everything into one basket, or they don't put every penny they have in their bank into something. They do not do it. So basically, like for me, and you can see here, like the key takeaways here, there are 88,200 crypto millionaires worldwide. 40,500 of these millionaires have amassed their fortune in Bitcoin. Especially when they bought Bitcoin at the low prices of $1,000 and less. The number of global crypto owners reached 580 million by the end of 2023, according to our friend, crypto.com, where I have my IC White card and such like. The recent crypto winter has led to significant increased number of Bitcoin millionaires and other crypto millionaires as well, because they've been buying the dips. They haven't been putting scared out or anything like that. So this goes to my first one, really. It's basically research. Number one is research. Before investing in crypto, it's always important to understand the market trends, the historical data, the future projections of the market. Diligence and research are paramount, I would say. Paramount. You've got the tools. You don't have to pay for tools. You've got Google. You've got Twitter. You've got everything there at your disposal. Understanding the technology, projects you're looking at, from gaming, for example. Look at the projects. Understand that technology, or layer ones or layer twos. The team behind the crypto project. Check out the crypto. Go to their website. Look who's behind it. What's their background? It's that kind of things. And the problem it aims to solve. What does that company aim to solve? What are they doing to solve a certain issue? And another thing some people have a mistake of, they just go and buy one project. They do the research and buy one project, and that's it. Say you go and buy CRO and that's it, or you buy ADA and that's it. You don't do that. You have it's called number two. This is called diversifying. Diversify. Just with traditional investments, it's unwise to put all in eggs in one basket. Spread your investments across a range of promised tokens. So, layer ones and layer twos, Solanos, Crow, VVS Finance, gaming, Gala, Vulcan Forged, that kind of thing. Have a small amount in different pockets. AI, like decentralized storage, like Filecoin, or are they? That kind of thing. That's what you want to be looking at. And, you know, that's the kind of thing. So have diversification. And people say, well, all right, you made your million, you made X amount of money in crypto. What do you do then? What do you do? For me, personally, you know, but, you know, you see people with their nice new cars and, you know, sports cars and that. For me, I diversify my profits into real estate, for an example. Property. Pay off your mortgage. Buy rental properties on real estate, you know, as a passive income. That's ways to do it. And always save money to one side for when there's dips in crypto, when we're in the bear market, and then when everybody's scared, and then I'll start DCAing that way. It's rinse and repeat on everything. But I'll have a diversify out of crypto. So I'll have crypto, some things in crypto. I'll have some things in the stock markets. I'll have some property, land, that kind of thing. Different things to protect you as well in different scenarios. So that's always it. Be cautious. That's number 3 on my table. Be cautious. Remember the age-old age is only invest what you can afford to lose. And I say this in every video, and I can't get it through enough. No, if you've got no money, do not do it. If you've got the only money you got is to put food on the table, pay your bills, then you leave it. You pay your bills, food, keep the roof over your head. So never put more money you're willing to lose. Do not ever get loans out, remortgage your house, or anything like that to buying into it in an investment. Never do that. Obviously, you do what you want. This is my own personal opinions on everything. While the potential upside is alluring, so you see all these big gains and such like, it's alluring. All right, FOMO and such like, you know, the risks in crypto world are substantial. Approach with caution, patience, and informed strategy, and the road to millions status might just become smoother. You see a lot of these people panicking because they go into leverage. They want leverage. They want to put $1,000 in, but then do a 10 or 100x leverage, and then they get flushed out, lost everything. They remortgage everything and they lost it. I've seen it so many times where people have gone and leveraged. They think they're going to be a millionaire overnight, and then they're crying because they've lost their life savings. At all. Do not do that. I never did it. When I got into crypto, I never put life savings. I had a bit of money to one side, and I thought, well, it's just sitting there. If I lose it, I lose it. Because like with any investment, it can go to zero. Always have that in mind. Crypto, the project you have in crypto, it could go to zero in one day. It's highly risk. So have a plan, have a risk management, and never put more money than you're willing to. If you lose that money, you think it's gutting, it's sickening and everything else, but at least you've got your roof over your head. Number 4, I would say, is learn from successful crypto millionaires. Look what they've done, what these other crypto millionaires have done. Study their strategies and techniques that successful Bitcoin investors use to maximize their profits. Look what they're doing. I see a lot of crypto millionaires on Twitter. They're going onto these like launch pads and getting into these early investments. That's where they make. They don't put, like I said, they don't put all their money into it. They've probably got properties and everything. But look at these launch pads. Look at their strategies and how they do it. In that. But I would never advise leverage. I've never done leverage. I don't need it. But just look at other people. Look at their strategies. Look at the good ones. Look at the. Not, I don't mean the DJ type. Look at the ones who have got great fundamentals, who do all the fundamentals. Like Alio trades, for an example. I watch a lot of him. Alio trades on YouTube, and he's sometimes on X. Check people like him out, like Becker, and on the gaming side. Check these kind of individuals out. Look what they're doing. They've got fantastic strategies in the way they do. They don't all invest their money into crypto. They have various things. And number 5, adopt a millionaire mindset. Avoid herd mentality. Staying calm during the market upheavals. Do not, like, for example, do not get fear. Do not get FOMO. When you see something that's really mega pumped, don't think, I need to jump in. And then suddenly that's the top and it comes back down, and then your net minus, or you've lost X amount if you sell it, that is, you know, that kind of thing. So avoid the herd mentality, staying calm during the market upheavals, and making informed decisions are some of the key traits of a millionaire mindset. So look at projects where they're cheap, but they've got great fundamentals. They've got a great, like Vulcan Forge. I've invested in Vulcan Forge, a gaming project. They've got a strong CEO. They've got a strong team. They're creating brilliant projects from gaming. They've got their own blockchain now where they're attracting users onto their blockchain. So check companies out like that who have been building through that bear market, who've not had any fear or anything. They just built. They didn't care about the price or anything. They just built. So have a millionaire mindset. Do not FOMO. Do not anything like that. And that's right. But always remember, investing in crypto involves risk. And that's not just crypto, that's stock markets as well. And there are no guarantees of making huge profit. It's important to approach this with caution and an informed strategy and never put more money into willing to lose. And that's what I say. They're my 5 pointers to become a crypto millionaire. So write what I've down, or just rewind it. Write down what I've just said. If you want to be a millionaire, do not follow the herd. And it's things like I look at, it's like if you look on this Banter Bubbles, what are the hot narratives? The top ecosystems, the hot narratives. What's coming around? Like gamify. Gamify in the game world worldwide is billions of people who play games. This is a narrative to me, which is going to be one of those ones which is going to explode. Gaming, the graphics again. If you look at all the gaming, a few years back on crypto gaming, blockchain gaming, the graphics were terrible. They weren't fun to play. They were boring. They were not very exciting. But the graphics are getting better and they're becoming more fun. And this is what's going to happen with this sector. You're going to start people from the outside, the Xboxes and whatever, PlayStation 4, all PC gamers are all going to start to come in and check it out. And that's when it's all going to start to happen. But like I say, you could check out on this Banter Bubbles here. Like him or hate him, Banter ran from there. You love him or hate him or whatever you think about it. But he has provided some pretty good resources here. Like you could go to his newsroom and he gets all that market information. It gives you all the hot narratives. What's happening in the crypto space? Are we all red? Are we all green? So it's a great... This is the kind of things I use as a tool. Gives you everything you need from the news to narratives and such like. Because like, for example, it's like I've built a lot of bags. And see, I have a lot of multiple. I own like things. This is just only a few that I own. I own CRO, BVS Finance, Tectonic, PYR, Vulcan Forge, Beam. I bought Beam when it first started coming out. Filecoin, I own Filecoin. So these are just a few things, and Gala Games as well. So they're the few things that I do own. And I own like another project I should have mentioned is XTP, which is Tap Global. It's another exchange. They sort of like a Coinbase. It's worth checking them out. I own things like that because you see all the FUD about things, and you see a lot of these projects get FUD. They've got strong communities. But then you hear FUD and it scares people out, such like. But for me, I've got that. I want a millionaire's mentality where I don't care what retail are saying. They're trying to FUD you out and stuff like that. I don't care. Like, I've got a long-term approach, not short-term. I've got a long-term approach. But you can look at here. It's like now. People say, it's never going to get to where BNB is of today. So where BNB is today, people say, never going to happen, never going to happen. When people say that, that's never heard so much junk in my life. Michael Saylor made his money from buying Amazon in the early days. And it's never going to go anywhere. It's never going to grow. It's never going to grow. He made his billions from things like Amazon. And like with CRO, it's never going to go to where BNB is in market cap. Where BNB is today in market cap. Do not listen to that at all. People tell you that. They don't know what they're talking about. They're talking out the back end. People said that to me when I first bought Cardano. People, it's a dead chain. It's dead. It's not doing nothing. It's gone. It's rubbish. I ignored it. And I bought at 7 cents. And it went all the way up to, like $3. I sold some of my bags at $2.50. And and it was a few 100,000 tokens that I had. So that means, like, for example, when they tell you about Kronos, it's dead, it's not doing anything, and they don't talk about it, then I buy more. I simply buy more because sentiment changes and crypto changes very quick. So 1 minute people are footing it, next minute they can't speak highly enough about it when it's pumping like to high heaven, where people like myself have gone and bought down there at like 5 cents or less, and it's pumped all the way up to done a 2x. But like I said, if we got to where B&B is of today, and you had, I don't know, like a million, you had $1 million, and we got to where B&B is today, that'll give you a $1.7 million worth. $1.7 million if you manage to accumulate 100. But imagine it, if you've got a mixed bag, and say you had 500,000. That'll be nice. But if you had like 500,000, that's $855,000. If you didn't have that, and you had 100,000, that's 171,000. You've got other pockets in like Tectonic or VVS Finance and such like, and they've gone and shot up, done a 10x as well. That's the way you're going to become a millionaire. So I thought I'd just do this quick video because I've had people ask me, I've had friends and families as well ask me, and I've had people on who've messaged me as well from crypto. How do you do it? Well, hopefully that's just giving you some downlights. So I hope it hasn't bored you too much. It probably has, but I hope it hasn't bored you too much. But like I said, then put more money in it, due diligence, risk management, do research, and you gotta have a risk tolerance, and that's it. So I hope you like this video. Give us a thumbs up and give us a like and give us a subscribe. It's always much appreciated. And I'll see you soon in the next video. Take care.